Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you exactly how I set up Facebook ads for a roofing company. More specifically, how we set them up to get as many leads as possible. I'm going to talk about how we do this, go through a full example showing you click by click what we do and where to go, and also near the end how you can get the most out of these leads. To start off, I just want to set the record straight here and just say that not all leads on Facebook are created equal. There is a quality versus quantity game that you are playing. Let me give you a quick example. If you set up your ads where it's very simple and very easy to reach out to you, whereas a prospect just has to send you a quick message, you are going to get a lot of people that do that. And on the flip side, if you set up your ads where you send all of the people to a landing page and they have to fill out a 10-question form in order to become your lead, you're going to get less people doing that. However, the people who take the time to fill out the form and give you all the information you need are going to be a lot higher quality than the people who just express a little bit of interest by sending you a message. The cost per lead is going to be cheaper for the people who just send you a simple message. However, they're not going to be as serious. The cost per lead of the people who take the time to fill out a huge form for you, it's going to be higher, but they're going to be better quality. So I just kind of wanted to say that to put you in the right mindset when you're doing this and just in Facebook ads in general. In the roofing industry, depending on what you're doing, roughly the average cost per lead is around $100 for like Angie's List and places like that. Relatively, kind of the rule is the more expensive of a thing you're selling, the higher cost per lead, because that attention is more valuable and it costs more money. Okay, now I'm gonna jump into an example that we built and walk you through it. Okay, so we are in the Facebook Ads Manager. Now there are 3 levels to your ads. There is the campaign, the ad set or ad sets, and the ads. I'm gonna go over each one individually and just kind of show you what they mean, why they're there, and how we set these up. So starting off at the top is the campaign. Imagine this as your overall goal. What do you want to do? Do you want to sell products? Do you want to generate leads? Do you want to grow your account? Do you want to get more followers? The goal of what your ads are is going to be in here. So the goal of this campaign that we built is we want people this is a sales campaign. We want to sell stuff. We want to sell roofing jobs and new roofs and stuff like that. So the objective is sales. So this is going to show the ads to people who are more so buyers and people who purchase things opposed to just kind of tire kickers. This will help to get rid of those people who aren't really as serious. And we want them to reach out to us with a message. So the only thing that we're really worrying about here is the fact that we want to reach people who are, we want to sell stuff to people who are more interested in that stuff, and we want them to reach out to us via message. That's the only thing that we've done here. Now, moving along to the ad sets. The whole purpose of the ad sets is to do also 2 things. 1, targeting. Who are we going to target these ads to? Where do these people live? How old are they? What are they interested in? Things like that. The other thing that we're worried about here is budget. How much ad spend are we giving to these ads? You can see these here, each ad set has $15 per day for a total of $30. Normally for roofing, I probably recommend upping the budget a little bit for a total of around $50 to $100 per day, just because your products are a little bit more expensive, but that's what we did for this client. So I want to talk a little bit about the results in the ad set. So why did we separate these? For a couple of reasons. 1, it is to test different things and figure out what's doing better and what's doing worse. 2, it's so that we can change it moving forward. You can see here that looking at these results for this week, we have gotten 9 leads so far. 8,000 accounts were reached and the ads were shown about 16,000 times for a total of $264 spent. And that means about $29 per lead. And we can notice there are differences between the way that we set these ad sets up, and we notice that one of them is performing way better than the other one. Normally, if you are a roofing company, chances are you are a local business of sorts. What I mean by that is that you service a relative area of 50 miles or 100 miles or 25 miles or whatever. Your audience, your customers are relatively local to you. You're probably not, you're not like a website that ships clothes all over the world. So for that reason, in targeting, usually what we find is that less is more. Your audience, because you're a local business and because you're only targeting people in Miami, Florida, or Detroit, Michigan, or whatever, your audience is already relatively small compared to like a global market. So you don't really want to taper it down too much after that. But I will show you how we set this up exactly. So we targeted based off of two different attributes. One were interests, which we knew this wasn't really going to work as well, but we did it anyway just to confirm. As an advertiser, you have to test things. So again, conversation location. So we knew that we wanted these people to message us, but where? Is it on the website? Is it on an app or something? For here, it is messaging apps. In this case, Facebook Messenger. You could also do Instagram as well if you have that and you have it hooked up. The reason why we like to keep things on Facebook is because it is easier, it's cheaper, and because you're keeping people on the app, they usually feel more comfortable. Scrolling down, again, that's the budget that we put here, $15 per day. We have the location where this business was located. Interests, people who are like own a home, they're looking up maintenance, maybe real estate, they're looking at renovating, fixing things around the house, stuff like that. And also age. This is even a little low. You could probably go up to like 30, but chances are if you're 19 years old, you're not getting a new roof on your house. Like, you know, we did play with that a little bit. And that's pretty much it. In terms of, okay, down here, placements, these are where the ads are being shown. So normally we like to show the ads in places, and you can, you know, take a look at all this, but normally we like to show the ads in places where they can actually be seen. For example, right here, in stream ads, these are like the little Jasper's Market down there. I don't really like to do that just because you can't actually see the ad, but it does kind of, that is sort of just personal preference there. And going over to this other ad set that we built, everything for the most part is the same except for the targeting. So we just wanted to figure out which audience is performing best in this area, and we found out it was the one that wasn't as targeted, a little bit more general, which usually that's the case. We have about 400,000 to 500,000 people in this audience, somewhere around there. And again, we're just doing Johnson County, Kansas right here. This is even probably a little too broad with the minimum age. I would probably bump that up to at least like 22, 25. Now, we are gonna hop over to the ads. These are the only thing that your clients or your customers will actually see. So let's kind of dive into these and I'll show you how we built these. So again, just to summarize, the whole goal is that somebody sees the ad and shoots us a message. That's all we want. We want to make it simple so that we can get as many people possible reaching out. So when we launched these ads, we created 10 different creatives for these ads. These were images that we got from the client of past work and stuff like that. Now, if you remember when we put the $15 per day in the ad set, these are all the ads in the ad set. So there are 10 of them. And that $15 per day now will get spent on the ads in this ad set that are performing the best. So you can see here, like this ad has gotten 3 leads from it. This one, 1 lead, this one, 1, some of them none. And you can see that the ones that are performing better are getting more eyeballs and more spend. So this is just a way to make sure that your dollars are getting spent most properly. Now, I'm going to dive into exactly what these look like here and how we set these up. First off, we have the picture. This is for roof repair. And what we wrote here, fast and reliable roof repairs in Johnson County, 24-hour business response time, local professionals serving Kansas City homes, limited time offer, claim your savings now. And then we have a couple different variations. These will rotate based on who they fit with best. And then we also have this little headline here, urgent roof issues, quick solutions in Kansas City, or so on. We have a couple different options there. The call to action, this button here, again, is to send us a message because we want them to do that. We also have this automation set up. I'm going to show you. So when somebody sends us a message, they will be prompted to do a couple different things. So I would encourage you to set this up. They can either say, can I book a message, or can I book a free estimate? They will say, can I book a free estimate, something else, or they can just type in a custom thing. The reason we do this is to kind of tee up the conversation, make them go smoothly. Yes, can you tell me a little bit about your project? This helps you to learn more about your leads as you're talking to them, or something else. How can I help you? Very simple, but it's just a good way to tee up the conversation. There are 10 different variations of this, of different like roof repair or full roof or maybe gutters or something like that. It really depends on what exact services that you want to market, maybe a full roof, maybe you do some sort of roof coating or something like that. A couple things I would say. One, if you can, videos are usually the top performers. Like 9 times out of 10, videos work best. So I definitely recommend trying to do it. And just something that's nice and visually appealing and looks good, or maybe points out a problem, something like this, for example. That is what I would recommend. I wanted to touch back for a second here about what we said about quantity versus quality here. Maybe you're in a situation where your sales team is busy, but they're not like super busy. Like you don't want them talking to every random person, but you still want them talking to a lot of people. There is an option here for you. This helps to improve quality. It's the form that we talked about, but I want to show you how we set it up. You're going to get less people, but they will be higher quality. So I just kind of wanted to present this to you. It's basically, instead of sending people to send you a message, you send them to this, which is called instant forms. I want to show you how we set this up. So in other words, this is exactly what your prospect will see when they open this up. Let's book your free estimate. Please help us by answering a few questions. I wrote this out here. Please tell us a little bit about your project. This helps to give you some information here about what they need. They fill out their contact info here. They just have to agree that they're giving you their information. And this is where it's important here. Don't want to wait. Click book now to schedule your appointment in our calendar. Now, what I'm going to show you here is this button here, this book now button will send them directly to this link. And this link is a Calendly link. So you can book in your schedule right here an estimate. So you can send somebody right here so that you don't have to talk to them, your sales team doesn't have to talk to them, and they book right in your schedule. And then you can ask them a couple questions, maybe like their address or whatever you need in order to do that. But this is a second option that you have. Now, not everybody will go the extra step after filling out the form to actually book the appointment. So those people will still need to be contacted by your sales team. However, I think it's a good idea to have an option where somebody can book themselves if they want to. And people will do this. It's going to be maybe 10 to 30% of them. It's not going to be like everybody, but definitely, yes, people will absolutely do this. So this helps to save you time and give the more serious leads an option there. So that is something that I super recommend. So there are a couple things that I want to recommend so that you can get the absolute most out of your leads. The first thing I wanted to say is that as you go on, the leads get better. And as your ads work more, the better they work. The algorithm is learning who's becoming a good lead, who's not, what's performing and what's not, and they will optimize and become better over time for you. And also, as your customers see them continuously over and over, they start to remember your business and remember you. Another thing I'd like to say is this is a lot about testing different offers, testing different creatives, pictures, videos, stuff like that, and figuring out what works best. You will notice that the majority of your results are coming from a few of your ads, not all of them. Usually we notice that the top performers are taking in most of the leads. A couple other things that I would recommend is following up on your leads multiple times and getting the most out of them. The second is going to be speed as well. Responding to these people fast is so important. If you text these people back or call them back 4 days later, they probably already found someone else because the roof's been leaking for 4 days. So now I want to make a calculation to figure out how profitable ads like this can be for your business and if this is actually something that's worthwhile for you. In this video, we were getting leads for an average of $29 per lead. Over the past 7 days, we have gotten about 1.2 leads per day. Let's just call it a lead a day. So over the month, that's 30 leads a month, 1 per day. That means you spent $870 on leads on Facebook. 30 leads times $29 per lead. Normally, conversion rates are around 30 to 20%. But let's say that your sales team is just having a really bad month and your conversion rate on leads is 10%. 10% of 30 is 3. So that means 3 of those leads out of the 30 people, 3 of them actually became sold leads. Right now, the average cost per new roof is anywhere between like $18,000 to $23,000. But let's just say that some of those are repairs. They're not all the big jobs. So let's say $9,000. Let's say it's about half. That's still $27,000 you're bringing in from these leads. Even if only 1 out of the 30 leads is closed, that's still extremely profitable. Obviously, the way that we set this up, like I said, is more for quantity versus quality, so it is to be expected that you're gonna have to talk to a little bit more people just because of the way that, you know, the bad ones aren't filtered out and stuff. However, I think it's very easy to see how this can be so profitable for your business. I hope this video provided you guys with some value today and showed you how you can set these up for your roofing company. If this is something that you want for your business, but you don't want to do it, or maybe you're not experienced, you can have me and my team at Torify take care of all of this for you. We can help to make sure your ads look good, they're shown to the right people, and they're actually profitable. So if that interests you, you can click the link below and book a call with us. We can get on a call, get to know each other a little bit, and just figure out if this would actually be a good solution for you. And as always, if you ever have any questions or comments or need some help, my email is below, or you could just shoot me a comment down there too. I hope you all have a great and amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.